So I was going across Behance and I saw this animation by Lucas. I wanted to recreate it, and at first things can look very complex. So let's break it down so anyone can create it. First, I'm going to look at what we have. There's a dice, a flag, some playing cards, a game board, and two hands that appear to be animated. The first thing we need is the background. Now, don't be fooled, this is not a real flag. You can tell because the stripe is red and not white. I'm going to recreate this with shape layers since it's the simplest way. For the colors, I'm going to sample from the source image. This is looking pretty close, but you might notice it's missing texture. In the original animation, there's a halftone effect going across the entire image, so I'm going to add that and set it to overlay. I'm not happy with this grunge, so I'm going to bring in another texture for that. Okay, that's looking pretty good, but what about this game board? We can see what appears to be a rectangle with rounded corners. Then, there's an image of a pool inside of that. So, let's create our own. I've got my rectangle here already. For the image of a pool, I couldn't find one without people, so this will have to do. This is missing some texture too, so I'm going to add vintage paper to this. Finally, add our text, and it's done. Now for these cards. We'll have to do this in Illustrator. It looks pretty simple to me. We have a black rectangle with lines and some text inside. Up here, we have the country or just a globe for everybody else. A generic image of a swimmer, and that's it. Katie, however, is the same thing with a few items swapped out. I'm going to duplicate both of these, and with some rotation, they don't look so bad. Katie should be a bit darker, so I'm going to add a level effect and bring it down. They're missing something small, a drop shadow. Now, they fit into the space a lot better. We need to add some more adjustments to the overall image. On an adjustment layer, I'm going to add some grain. The size should be 2 and leave everything else the same. Next, add a vignette. Less is more with this, so I'm going to keep it down low. Finally, I'm going to add chromatic aberrations to give us that rainbow on the edges. This is looking pretty good so far, but we still have a lot to go. For some reason there is a compass, so I'm going to add that. And for the dice, 2 dice makes more sense to me. We have everything except these 2 guys, so finally, let's get to them. This is 2 frames of an animation, one grabbing and one releasing. The first step is to find these hands, and it's not as easy as you might think, but I have an idea. We'll look for footage of people playing chess and see if that helps. Not this, not this, not this either. Here we go. This has the hands we need. Find 2 positions, one for grabbing and one for releasing. Cut them out and splice them up. Now we just need to make it black and white. This is good, but shouldn't they actually be holding something? I have a game piece from Avanto's 3D library. I'm going to make one pink and one blue. Parent them to the hand, and there you go. Now you might think we're done, but not quite. Add a posterized time, set it to 12, and this will make everything look stop motion. Let's play it back and see how it looks. Subscribe for more.